Hey everyone, I recently had some comments about shame and I wanted to clarify some things. First of all, we need to understand the difference between shame and guilt. Guilt is when we feel bad about something that we've done and we want to make amends for that. Shame is when we feel bad about the person that we are because we haven't met the expectations of someone else or we're not meeting our own expectations any longer. They're both purposeful. Guilt helps us redirect our behaviors, so if we walk out of the store with the candy bar we didn't pay for, guilt motivates us to go back in and pay for it. That can be a positive thing. Shame, it offers the opportunity for some self-exploration. So if we feel really shameful about something, then we look into ourselves and say, is this something that's morally wrong or something that we should change based on our beliefs and morals? So it can be helpful, but more often than not, shame has the adverse effect. It causes us to do more shameful things. I think that's the confusion I think people come up with sometimes, is they fall in this trap of thinking that shame is either necessary or it's all bad. And we need to balance it out a little bit, okay? If you get some self-awareness from it, that's great. You use that and let that dictate how you want to behave and express yourself more accurately and authentically. But if you dive into the shame and it starts to identify who you are, we have a saying that says, people who live in shame act out of shame. So if you're a person who is doing something that is considered shameful by society, by your family, by your quote-unquote tribe, right? Because all of this comes from instinctual stuff that's in the brain. If you're doing something that's shameful, you have to run the risk of putting yourself in this place of saying, I'm such a bad person, I'm so worthless, that I don't need to try harder. I don't need to do better. I might as well just keep doing what I'm doing because I'm worthless and valueless anyway, so why should I try? Okay, and I think that's where we need to be careful, is yes, sometimes it can be good, sometimes it can be helpful, but mostly shame has the effect of making us behave in a way that is counter to who we authentically want to be. It pushes us in that position of saying, I'm worthless anyway, why should I try? And that's oftentimes where people continue to break down further and further into the worst version of themselves, or even to the point of suicide. Because people come to that place of saying, I'm worthless, nobody loves me, nobody could ever love me, why should I live? So my encouragement to anyone out there, just a quick video idea of this is, be careful with shame. It's not all it's cracked up to be. Yes, it can be helpful in certain times, but be careful with it. It is a dangerous thing to use as a tactic to try and help people change their behaviors. That comes from instinctual stuff, right? Shame was the thing that would isolate people from the tribes a long time ago. That usually meant death. And usually when we feel that shame, it usually doesn't feel very good.